on the cheapest project and turn them into some of the best homes in the South.
You're going to get a ton of bang for your buck in this house.
Holy cow. I think this is what's going to sell the house.
This turned out really nice. This house is a steal.
Don't miss an all-new Flipper Flop Atlanta, Thursday night at 9 on HGTV.
Jen and Tony, because no one's on the same page, so we're going to hash it out, have this conversation, and start putting in a game plan. You are the parents. You have the fortune of having your mother-in-law or mother support you. So I think what would be very important at this first stage would be for you both to discuss what you feel needs to be resolved so that Gloria can hear that and support that.
One thing that I see with my mom is I'll either undermine what she says or vice versa. I may have said, today you don't have to do whatever. And then they'll come home and they'll say, well, you said to me earlier I didn't have to do something, but now Grandma just sat in the car and told me I did have to.
That happens a lot. It's very frustrating as a parent to, you know, get undermined. You feel helpless.
They have to be the ones that set the agenda. I facilitated.
Grandma was saying the same thing as Nanny Katie. There are no rules in the house, and they need to come from the parents, not the grandma and not the nanny.
Gloria takes the kids to swimming, and she has for a long time. A big thing for me is I would like Gloria to respect the other sports that they do just as much as swimming. And that's a big thing that has upset me the last month and a half, because they have been playing, one of them's been playing basketball, and I don't feel that she takes the basketball as much as a priority as the swimming.
I took that as a complete affront. I was at every game except one, and I was there with all the parents. I don't know exactly what you're honing in on here.
Well, I mean, I don't want to go over example.
Well, no, I don't.
These parents have grandma come in and take care of the kids, and yet they complain that Gloria focuses on swimming and not enough on basketball. Like, really? It's really clear that there's a lot of resentment, there's a lot of anger, there's a lot of harbored feelings here between the three of you. It's really sad, actually. To really iron out these issues that the adults were having, it was important that they come together on the same page with regards to the kids. The first thing that we needed to do was to get Mum and Dad to establish and create some house rules so that all the adults in the house could stick with them.
Fighting.
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 Okay. How about ask when they leave?
Yeah.
After we'd established the rules, I brought in Nanny Katie so that Mum and Dad could start to delegate who was going to take care of what task with what child. In this circumstance, what you will do is divide the labour, all right?
And conquer.
Correct.
In the household, there's chaos going on at all times. But this board, it's a way of organizing the four of us so that we are all on the same page.
Each circle represents one day of the week, and so I got Mum busy filling in the first. Someone's got to feed the baby, right?
Right, so I was going to have my mom do that. I was able to delegate the tasks to my mom and a little bit to Katie, and I realized immediately this is going to be a great tool.
Mum successfully distributed the work in the first circle, and tomorrow she'll get busy on the second. So what I'm going to ask you to do is stick that up in what I call the TV room, so then everyone can have a look at that.
I think that having the board there and going to it every day and writing down what we expect, I think it's going to be a great thing.
The next thing to do was really to get this house safe for Mia. So I took the family shopping to get some baby-proof items. However, little Max wasn't in the mood to go shopping.
Max, you hold on to the cart. He's not holding on to the cart. Max, you need to come and hold on to the cart. Thank you. Max started in with his usual behavior.
Max, where are you going?
What?
Really? I'm going to hand that over to you, Mum.
I'm going to give you a warning. Do not take your hand off the cart. Look at me when I'm talking to you. Do you understand?
He wasn't listening, wasn't following directions.
He's gone again. Do I tell him he's going to have a timeout? Like I just warned him. Max, I need to talk to you. Because you let go of the cart after I told you not to, when we get home, you're going to have a timeout. Max, stop right now. You're not going to get a gumball today because you didn't listen to me. Okay?
Max, kicked off. He was screaming at the top of his lungs. And Mum and Dad were beside themselves with embarrassment of how to deal with this situation.
If we would have given him the gumball, then that would let him know it's okay that he can let go of the cart and not follow directions.
Come back to the cart. Stop for a minute. Right now, I want you to hold on to that cart and stop messing around. Right now. That's enough. Jen and Tony found what they were looking for, but they still need to follow through with discipline when they got home.
When we all arrived back at the house, it was time to put Max straight on timeout. I am putting you on a timeout because you kept letting go of the basket and you did not listen to me. And I need you to stay here for 4 minutes.
Get a timer, just set the time.
We saw Jen implement a timeout with Max. And he tested her on that as well.
It got really ugly for a while, but having Joe there allowed me to carry through and not give in.
But eventually, through Jen's perseverance, he did stay in the timeout, and we did get the first discipline ever executed.
Max, Mommy put you on a timeout because you did not hold on to the cart like I asked you to.
When Jenny was doing the timeout with Max, I thought she did a great job. She really stuck to her guns.
Okay. Have a hug. I felt really good at the end of the timeout because that's probably one of the first times Tony or myself have really stuck with the punishment. I love you.
With Max's discipline followed through, we got busy with baby-proof in the house with the items that we bought from the shop.
You want to do some of those? Okay, well, you can do some of these too.
Sean and Max helped out by covering up the outlets.
Got it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Whilst Dad put casings around power strips,
I got it. Beautiful.
bumpers on the corners of end tables, covers over electrical cords, and a guard on Mia's bedroom door to keep those little fingers safe. I'd made it very clear to Mum and Dad in the family meeting that small items on the floor would seriously be a choking hazard for Mia, and now I wanted to make that point very clear to the boys. We all know that those little things that go in babies' mouths can choke and be very dangerous. And then I had the boys put the small toys into baby-proof containers.
I think we feel a lot safer now having Mia crawling around on the floor.
And then there was pool safety. I had Mum and Dad switch the pool alarm back on, and then I gave them a nice little visual to remind the boys to keep the sliding doors closed for Mia's sake. This is the difference between Mia crawling out there and you guys remembering to close the door. The butterflies separate, look, two halves. You want to bring it together, okay?
The kids immediately responded. They were excited about it, and it's just so easy to see that the wings need to be together.
Max, come on, when you're done.
You always have to remember, close the butterfly.
There's no doubt that this house will be a much safer environment for Mia and the boys going forward.
Coming up on SuperNanny, Mom has it out with Grandma.
I've been very concerned about safety and the kids.
So we're not doing a good enough job.
When SuperNanny returns. On